Okay. All right, back to the action. Looks like I'm a little too loud. That's what I'm being told. All right, back to the front. The order: Justin, Brandon, Brent, John, Chuck, Stuart, Jim, Willie, Steve. Picking up our leaders, coming back out there. There is Justin in the all-white Civic, coming out onto the sweeper, and second place in the Mini. The white and purple new Mini is Brandon Rogers. In third place, we've got Brent Wendy, followed by John and Chuck. Fast laps. Who cares? It's a race. It only matters who crosses the line first. Here comes Justin. In through the infield chicane. Gap at the last was 1.4. Justin's pulling just a bit. There's a long way to go. Minute and a half done, 3.5 left to go here. As Brandon comes through the first corner, second corner, in through the infield sequence, in through the chicane. The gap at the moment holding steady. This is going to be down to a race of who makes the first mistake. You've got to be perfect to win in this class. Coming through the infield, Justin, second to last corner, onto the straight, comes across to click 8, lap number 8. And there's Brendan. He is dropping back just a bit. The gap now 2.6. Gap back to Brent Wendy on the same lap is 1.9. John 0.7 behind him. Stuart 2.3 behind him. Chuck 6 seconds behind him. Willie 2.2 behind him. We've got the top 7 guys all on the lead lap. This is still anybody's race. Keep it clean or keep the crying to a minimum. Onto the straight. Gap is down. Brendan making up some time. Lap traffic is doing great, but there's only 2 of them. Everybody's still on. Almost everybody's still on the lead lap. Top 6, top 7 guys on the lead lap. As Justin in the white Civic comes through. But this is the best of the best for Tamiya Mini. These guys are consistent. You're not seeing a lot of crashing, not seeing a lot of movement. And this is down to a nice smooth race to the finish with minute 45 left to go. We've still got Justin, Brendan, John, Brent, Stuart, Chuck. Close battle on the track right now is John, Brent, and Stuart. Those 3 guys just a couple of seconds apart. And they're just 2 seconds back from Brendan. So picking up the leader on the straightaway in the white. Second place, white and blue into the first corner. And then here comes our battle for second and third between John and Brent. That is the battle on the track currently. All red is third place. All white with the big wing is fourth place. That is the tightest battle on the track. They're doing everything to get by each other and to catch up to Brandon. This is for the last spot on the podium. Brent having a look, looking at the inside, looking at the outside. Ends up hitting the brakes, and that backs him off a bit, and we are down to 50 seconds left to go in this Battle Royale Mini. Up front, Justin, Brendan, unchanged, same order. In the back, it's John and Brent, and they are catching with 40 seconds left to go. Brent trying to get back up into the bumper of John for third place. That is the last spot on the podium. He wants it. Chuck's looking to get in there. He's a little farther behind. Order: Justin, Brendan, John, Brent, and Stuart. 20 seconds left to go. If you got any throttle trigger left, you better pull it. Race leader Justin looks like he's cruising home to an easy win here. He's extended his lead out to 3.8 seconds. Brandon, solid second. John in third. That is race time as we start to come across the line. That will be it. And our race leader, Justin, taking home the top honors in Victoria Mini. Second place, Brandon. Third, John holds off. Fourth, Brent Wendy. Stuart, Chuck, Willie, Steve, and Jim round out the rest of the heat. That is it. That is Tamiya Mini A-Main. Thanks to our sponsor, ATD Hobbies, out in Penticton for that. Up next, we've got race number 22, Great Hobbies, TC. Oh, I'm in that.
So on the track right now, it is Great Hobby sponsored TC Stock A main. 10 cars deep in here. We got Ron, Wayne, Jake, Danny, Mike, Luke, Joey, Tim, Ryan, and Josh.
1:30 left.
$1?
We have another minute or so to kill, guys, so if you want to do another lap or two, you're more than welcome to.
One minute left.
All right, so we will now close down the straightaway and start lining everybody up. So Ron Atomic taking the pole position.
Left.
After 4 qualifiers, he was the fastest. He gets to move all the way up to the #1 spot. Wayne Ma takes #2. Come on up, guys.
30
Jake
seconds left.
Takes 3rd. Danny, the 4th spot. Mike Malkison, the 5th. Luke Pittman, 6th. Joey is 7. Tim is 8. We got Ryan in the 9th spot,
15
and
seconds
Josh
left.
Carter was our bump up, gets the 10th spot. We have a center marshal, that's Justin, right? Good. Here, here. Far left, can you raise your hand if you're cornering? Is that Brent down there cornering? Here, 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 good, okay, nicely done. Okay, good luck racers, this is it. The Great Hobby sponsored TC Stock class. Corner marshals ready, racers ready, we're going on the tone. Great start. These cars sound bad when they tap anything, but there was nothing major going on out there. Ron Atomic started in 1st. He is still in 1st. Last corner, now down the straight, and there's definitely some changing of positions towards the back of the pack. So around they come. It's Ron, followed by Wayne, Jake, Danny, Mike, Joey, Josh, Luke, Ryan, and Tim. One and 2, left side of the track. They've gotten a little bit of breathing room from the rest of the pack. 1 and 2 separated by 0.6 of a second. They ran pretty much the exact same lap that last time around. Number 3 is Jake. He's got the green and white car out there. Green, white, and red.
4 minutes left.
Leaders coming down the back straight. Those two bodies look very, very similar. Both red, or both pink, white, with some black on it. Looks like Wayne Ma just took over 1st place in that corner. No. I guess Ron took it back.
He never got it.
I gotta figure out how to tell these two apart. Ah, we had lap traffic in there. That's what that was. All right, so 1 and 2 now on to the left. Pink and white versus the blue, pink and white. Okay, Wayne is out. I am lost. Ron is out. Wayne Ma in 1st, followed by Mike, Joey, Luke, Josh, Jake, Danny, Ryan,
left.
Tim, and the 1st place car out of the race. Just past the two minute mark, drivers. We have 2:45 remaining. Wayne Ma in 1st, blue, pink, and white, center of the track. Mike Malkinson sitting in 2nd. All right, chrome car making his way into the center. That's number 2, Mike Malkinson. He's 3.2 seconds back. We got Luke Pittman right in behind him in 3rd, then Joey for 4th, Josh Carter in 5th, then Tim, Ryan, Danny. 2 cars down, we are left with 8 on the track. Wayne Ma's lead, 3.0 seconds. Leader making his last couple corners.
2 minutes
now onto
left.
the straightaway. Second place has some traffic in front of him. So chrome car coming down the straightaway is your number 2 car. Everyone else out of the way. He's lapping you. Thank you. Number 3 is Luke Pittman. He is 2.2 seconds back. Joey just 1.4. So great race right now for that second spot. Josh Carter sitting in 5th. Then Tim, Ryan, and Danny. We have 1:35 remaining, drivers. Wayne's lead, 3.0 seconds. Left side of the track, blue, pink, and white. Coming down the straightaway. Number 2 onto the straightaway. He's got a blue car in front of him. That is Danny Buck, I believe. Thank you, letting him by. So now we have nobody in between 1 and 2, just a straightaway, that's it. Gap between them just 2.4 seconds, so Mike has chipped off 0.6.
1 minute left.
Here we go, drivers. Separation just 2.1 seconds. So if you see blue, pink, and white coming up on you, he is racing, well, he is number 1, and he's got number 2 hard on the back of him. Here we go. 1.9 seconds, so 0.2 chipped off that last. We are down to 35 seconds. So it goes Wayne, Mike, Joey, Luke, Tim, Ryan, Danny. I don't know if Mike has enough time. It's going to be close, 20 seconds. There goes Wayne for another lap, a 12.2 for him. And Mike had a 12.0, so it's now just 1.6. Pink car, you're between 1 and 2. We have just 10 seconds to go. Less than 5. And that is the master clock. Let's see what happens on this last corner and straightaway. No problem. Wayne Ma holds on to it. Congratulations for first place. Mike Malkinson gave him a good run, number 2, and Joey takes the 3rd spot. 1, 2, and 3, we need you with your cars directly behind the driver's stand for a very quick photo, and then you can head out and marshal. So 1, 2, and 3, Wayne, Mike, and Joey.
Hey Tommy, you have your body? Oh, yeah.
So on the track right now, race 23, Reedy 12 stock, A main. We got Corgi in this one. Brian, Blake, Peter, Joey, Wayne, Tim, Luke, Tom, and
left.
Dan. All the big guns in this class. Corners are making their way out. Is Josh around here? Josh Carter.
One minute left. "45 seconds left."
All right, next up, we've got Reedy-sponsored 12th stock. This is the second biggest class here, and arguably the northwest part of North America. This is the biggest class in this part of the world. Absolutely top drivers out here. These guys love their foam car. All right, so
15 seconds left.
I don't think you want to bother with it.
Wayne's getting a couple of laps in there. He's getting some donuts. Race order, we'll start ordering them up. We've got Corgi already there, Brian Bodine in the fuchsia and white. Local club president and race director extraordinaire Blake Bell, also Canadian champion, reigning Canadian champion in 3rd place. In fourth from Calgary, we've got Pete Tozer, sponsored by Associate. I should start at top. Corgi Scales running Roche as far as I know. Brian Bodine from CRC. Blake Bell running CRC. Peter Tozer, Associated from Calgary. Joey Krasinski, sorry, I don't know. X-Ray. Wayne Ma out of Edmonton running something. Tim Kopp, Luke Pittman from hometown, Luke Pittman, and Tom Younger, followed by Dan Sage. That is our order. All right, this is an 8-minute race for all the marbles. Top spot for the Victoria round of WCICS 2016. Reedy, 12th stock. Marshall's ready, hands in the air. Marshall's, hands in the air. All right, on the tone, less than 5. And they're off. Sure that's, I can't hardly hear myself. Into the first corner, Corgi holding it steady, followed by Brian and Blake. That is our top 3. Tozer and Joey pulling up 4 and 5. Everybody running smooth and clean. Corgi touches the board, that drops him from first back to third. Brian Bodine up to the front, Blake Bell right on him. Blake, current reigning national champ. Brian Bodine up from the US, and Corgi Scales drops another spot down to 4th to Tozer. Up behind him is Wayne Ma from Edmonton. These 3 have been racing together for a long time. Oh no! The 2 get together, one tries to mount the other, and there's a bunch of little 12 scales out there.
We've got 7.5.
Coming down the straight, back to the front. We've got Brian Bodine, followed very closely by Blake Bell, local club Prez.
7 minutes
Coming into the
left.
infield, so that is your leader in the orange and white. Followed in second by the yellow and blue of Blake Bell. Then it's a gap back to Mr. Wayne Ma from Edmonton. Joey, Peter, Tom, Corgi, Luke, Dan, and Tim rounds out the rest of the heat. Back up to the front, coming down on the straight, that is your leader, thank you very much. And third place in the white and blue will be coming up on you shortly. But back to the front, this is a battle. Minute and 30 in, 6.5 left to go. Brian Bodine running it smooth and clean up front. Blake Bell right on him. Both using Blake Bell in the DRS zone down the straight. Oh, Brian touches the board. That drops him back. Now he's nice and close. Blake looking. Oh, and Blake does the same. That'll drop him back and allow Wayne Ma through. Now it's Wayne's turn to take the battle to Brian. That is your second place and third place. Thank you very much. Coming through. So Brian now
6
with lots of
minutes
breathing room out in front. 1.5 second gap. Touching a couple of boards though. He's just, when you get offline, it picks up a lot of the fuzz, the marbles that are out there, and your car takes several laps to get traction again. It's really challenging. As we're coming through, the battle right now is for second place. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tozer. Thank you, guys. Second place, Wayne. Third, Blake coming out into the infield, just passing through the chicane in front of the driver's stand. That is second and third. Brian Bodine is still comfortably out in the lead. They are closing on Brian, though. Gap now down to 0.8 of a second. That's half of what it was before. Brian coming up on Tozer. Thank you very much. Tozer, longtime Associated 12-scale driver, one of the top drivers in Western Canada.
5 minutes left.
Second and third are closing the gap. 0.7 of a second. They just took another 10th out as Brian comes across the line. And Wayne and Blake still right there. 8 minutes of perfect driving required to take the top honors in this class. 1, 2, and 3 coming through there. Corgi Scales back up into 4th. Luke Pittman in 5th. Tozer, Tom, Dan, Joey, and Tim. Back up front. Orange and white, that is your race leader. Brian Bodine from the US, from Seattle. In second, oh, just looking to make a pass. Wayne touched the board that almost allowed Blake Bell to come through. As they come back out onto the straight, that is second and third. Second in the white and blue, third in the yellow. Pete Tozer is 5th, just following Blake. Oh, Blake touches the board, that pushes him wide. Blake doing triple duty this weekend, racing, running the entire event, club
4
press,
minutes
everything. Back up front. Here comes Brian across the line. Bit of a gap now back down to Wayne. That gap is up to 1.3. Just past halfway, drivers. There is lots of racing left to go. There is Brian. Coming up on lap traffic there, Luke, thank you very much. And Mr. Ma will be on you in a second. Like I say, it is tough in this. When you're getting lapped, when you go offline, it is tough. You pick up marbles, and the car just doesn't behave for a couple of laps. So Luke, that is 4th position with Tozer right behind you, so you don't need to, Tozer gets by, that was 4th position. Back up front, Brian Boudin comfortably out in front. Gap back 0.8 of a second to Mr. Ma. There we go, coming down the straight. There is Brian, lost him for a second. That's the problem having two of the same bodies in the same heat. There is Brian and Wayne. That is the gap just in front of the chicane, in front of the driver's stand, and coming out on it straight. There is 1, there is 2nd. 3rd place, Blake Bell back into this battle. Wayne touches the board. That puts Blake right back on him. That is now our battle, 2nd and 3rd. Last time when they got locked together, they went faster. And they started catching Brian again. Let's see if the same thing happens. 2.5 minutes left to go. Still lots of time to battle. Gap across the line was 1.7 as they come through this time. Let's see if they close it up. 1.8. Oh, Wayne touches the board. Blake gets through cleanly. Blake now up into 2nd.
You have another one?
Wayne in 3rd. It's Wayne's turn to do the hunting. Brian has led pretty much this entire race. Hasn't really been challenged yet. These two guys have been having a great battle.
2 minutes left.
Blake and Wayne, good friends, good racers, good drivers. Some of the best in Northwestern America here. We've got races as far away as Texas and Quebec. All right, back to the action. Minute 45, here to go. Big thanks to Reedy, our sponsor, for this 12-scale stock. 2nd biggest class here, biggest turnout ever for the Victoria Wicks round. Brian still out in front, just coming down the straight. In 2nd, Blake Bell. In 3rd, Wayne. Corgi up into 4th. Luke, Peter, Tom, Dan, Joey, and Tim. Minute 20 left to go. 80 seconds of 12th scale insanity. As these guys come through. 8 minutes is a long time to be this focused, doing this many corners this quickly. It's easy at this point to lose a bit of focus, and the announcer's curse. Blake does just that, just catches it. That lets Wayne through. 55 seconds left to go. Let's see if Blake can get it back. Wayne up into 2nd. Still 2.5 seconds. They haven't been any more than a couple of seconds back from Brian. This is anybody's battle with 40 seconds left to go here. Through the infield, there goes Wayne, there goes Blake. Brian has never been much more than the straightaway away from these guys. It is still top 3 within a couple of seconds. Corgi solidly in 3rd, or in 4th. Luke, Peter, Tom, Dan, Joey, and Tim back up front. There is Brian into the infield. Blake is closing the gap on Wayne. 14 seconds left to go. Looking to be tight. This is the last few seconds. Last to second to last lap. Here we go into the infield. 5 seconds left. Let's see if they can get it done before clock time. Oh, Blake just touches the board. That'll be a race. Corgi, you are done. Dan, you are done. Brian, Wayne.
Car 3 is done. Car 5 is done.
Still waiting for it. Luke,
Car
Peter,
9 is
Tom.
done.
There
Car
we
8 is
go.
done. Car 4
And
is
Tozer's done. Great race, guys. Thank you very much.
No, you take it.
Top 3 drivers, Brian, Wayne, and Blake. We need you directly behind the driver's stand with your car to get a picture. We also need the last 2 A-mains. We need our TC stock A-main, Wayne, Mike, and Joey with their cars in behind the driver's stand so we can get a picture. And same for our mini drivers. That was Justin Gilkison, Brandon Rogers, and John Haw. drivers, we're running a couple minutes ahead of schedule. So there's no mad panic rush right now. You can go ahead and warm up for another 2 minutes probably. We really want to get the pictures taken care of.
1:30 left.
Great, I see our 12 stock getting their pictures done. We need our A main mini drivers, top 3, Justin, Brandon, and John Haw. We need all 3 of you with your cars in behind the driver's stand for your picture. And hopefully these guys are already there for the TC stock A main.
1 minute
Wayne,
left.
Mike, and Joey. We need all 3 of you back there with your cars.